In Modi's India, BJP government is giving impetus to Hindu extremists to violate rights of religious minorities. The rising attacks against religious minorities had unmasked the ugly face of world's so-called largest secular and democratic country, as the fascist Modi is shaping India's policies according to HINDUTVA agenda to militarize the whole society against religious minorities. Religious minorities are being persecuted physically, psychologically, and economically under state patronage and facing systematic oppression at the hands of HINDUTVA forces. The persecution of Muslims, Sikhs, Christians, and Dalits had increased manifold under fascist Modi's rules as violence, intimidation, and harassment against minorities had become an order of the day. The US State Department released its International Religious Freedom Report this year, which painted a very dark picture of situation for religious minorities in India. The report said that minority groups in India are increasingly encountering hate crimes such as lynching, threats, attacks on places of worship, and even forced conversions. It added that 2021 was a year of fear, violence, and harassment for Indian Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, and Dalits, as it witnessed a vivid increase in hate speeches by various BJP leaders. In the first 9 months of 2021, it pointed out there were at least 300 acts of violence directed against religious minorities across the country. And as the Bulli Bai incident demonstrated, Hindu far-right's attacks on religious minorities are likely to continue with force. The HINDUTVA leaders are openly calling for violence against minorities. The laws are being passed to criminalize the religious practices, food habits, and even businesses. All religious minorities across India are facing hate and violence. Laws banning conversions are being enacted state after state, and Christians are being blamed for forcibly converting poor Hindus and tribals. Muslims and Dalits have been targets of lynching by Hindu activists in the name of protecting cows, a long-standing Hindu nationalist preoccupation. India, the tyrant, is killing all the minorities including Muslims, Kashmiris, Sikhs, Christians, Dalits, and even suppressing others such as farmers, civil society organizations, left-wing political forces, and academia. So how can India be considered a safe place for minorities to live by? It's writing on the wall that Modi's India has become a dangerous country for minorities, and they are not at all secure under this fascist regime.